This is Average Sports.
By your average guys,
Eric.
and Ty. That would be so bad.
Yeah. This is Average Sports.
Your average sports.
Average Sports.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of
You're listening to Average Sports with your average guys.
Average Sports, average guys, Eric and Ty.
Who's excited? I am. I know Eric is. You should be too.
Whoa.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah. Hey, you hear how good he sounds right now?
Oh my God, I sound so friggin' good.
It's been so long. This is the first time we've recorded since the pandemic, and the whole world changed on us. So, okay. It is Average Sports with your average guys. We're doing it, kicking it average style, that's for sure. But we're glad you are tuned in. We do have a good episode here for you, and we're going to just start it off the way we always do with a butthole in sports. And this one, I had to give it to the Cowboys, Eric. Boy, not only are they just terrible now.
My Cowboys are a dumpster fire.
So what do you think when Dalton had that targeting hit played against him and just not much happened after the fact? Does that rub you the wrong way? Was there no team element there?
I mean, there was no team element there, so, I mean, you would have wanted to see a little something, like a little fire, but I know, when I rewatched it, like, what really struck me is the lineman that was close to him seemed only concerned for, like, Dalton's health, because, like, he saw it happen, and he ran, like, over to him right away. It was only a couple of steps, but, he got there pretty quick and didn't seem too bothered by, getting into it with the other guys from Washington football team. So, he was definitely concerned with that, but at the same time, it's like you would have wanted a little bit of a stir up, and that didn't happen.
No, not at all.
Nope.
It was crickets. So I think we'll rib the Cowboys just a little bit more later in the show. We got some topics on the NFL, but let's do a recap on what else is happening. And we got to say congrats. And also, congrats to me and the Dodgers. But I picked them in the World Series, right? Yeah. All right. I got to gloat a little bit.
Did I pick the Rays? I don't remember.
Yeah, I think you picked the Rays and Braves in the World Series.
You're right. I did. I did pick the Rays and Braves.
Yeah, but
I went Braves.
No, it just felt right. It had to. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen in a strange year, an abbreviated season. But in all seriousness, congrats to the Dodgers.
Well,
how about
we move on? I got one thing on there. So the pivotal moment in last night's game. This has obviously been talked about on the mainstream sports. In and out was pulling Snell. After 6 1/3? I think it was 6 1/3. He gave up only a second hit, which was just a single.
Right.
And then was about to face people earlier in the night that had gone a combined 0 for 6 already.
Yeah.
And 5 strikeouts, I believe.
Questionable management.
He was dealing only 75 pitches. And for someone that's a Cy Young winner, that seemed a little quick on the trigger, and it definitely bit them.
You got to have ice water in your veins, Eric.
Hey,
that's why we don't have those jobs, though, either.
That's why I'm an armchair bench coach.
Right. Absolutely.
I can definitely criticize from this side.
Yeah, very easy.
But just the interesting decision to pull
I agree.
Snell.
Yeah, it was a little strange, and it didn't seem like it was it's always easy to, and after the fact, to say that wasn't the right call at the time.
The big thing for me, too, was that Mookie Betts, wow, just combined his first and last name. He all season did not hit lefties well.
Right.
So the
matchup was there.
Right-hander that Betts has been all world and just crushes them like he's supposed to. So just questionable coaching. I guess congratulations to the Dodgers, because last time I picked them, they bit me in the butt against the Red Sox.
Yeah. So. Well, and also, how good was Rosarena? That's a phenomenal kid right now.
Yeah. Where did he come from, Ty?
St. Louis.
I don't know. Joe Buck didn't mention that 9 billion times.
Yeah, that's what he loves to mention.
Where was he born? I forgot where he was born. Was he born in Havana?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm pretty sure Joe Buck didn't mention that either.
Yeah. Also, though, Kershaw, after 13 years in the league, I'm pretty sure it was 13. That's
he's been
outstanding.
Around
he's been around for a minute, so that's got to feel pretty good to get that championship. So not
get
all
that
is
monkey
lost.
Out his back, man.
Not all is lost for Mike Trout then. That guy's got to at least win a playoff game.
Well, he decided to re-sign in, Anaheim.
Yeah.
Not a franchise.
It reminds me of Joey Votto.
Votto,
yeah. That he just stayed in Cincinnati too long. He's one of the probably underrated best players.
Yeah.
One of the best underrated players. That's a better way to say it.
I mean, 100%. I mean, the Reds had a couple good teams, for sure. I mean, they still have a solid team.
They still have a good club.
Yeah, they made a good push at it this year, and I think they got a lot of those players coming back. So, in a full season, I think the Reds may be a contender for the Central.
All right. Away from baseball, onto the ice real quick. I saw a image online about the Dallas Stars releasing a blackout jersey for next year.
Okay, I haven't seen this. Is it cool?
If you like neon, day glow.
It's going to be so stupid.
It looks like they're playing laser tag. I'm going to be honest.
So stupid.
They're gearing up.
Is Barney Stinson their captain?
I don't even know who that is.
Oh, that's Neil Patrick Harris from How I Met Your Mother.
Okay.
He loves laser tag in that show.
There we go. Then sure, that would make sense.
Wow. Is it going to be like that terrible consolation jersey that they used to have with the bull? Is it that bad?
Yeah, I don't know if
I haven't seen this. I'm looking this up.
I'm kind of hoping, you should look it up. I'm kind of hoping that it's a league-wide thing, that everyone gets to play laser tag at some point in the season. But it's out where I found it was actually just on ESPN.com. So that's the best place to locate that one. And outside of that, Eric, I mean, sports are kind of winding down. Basketball's done. MLB now wrapped up. MLS is still going on in the NFL, of course, but NCAA, we're seeing some transition in the games. Yes, you look like you have something to say.
This jersey is horrendous.
Oh, okay. I just tell I was just filling time. Right.
This is Bush League middle school stuff.
But look how intense the visor is. They even blacked out the visor on it.
I see that, and I'm just waiting for them to put on Jenko jeans and go to their rave in 1995. What is this garbage?
I know, it's pretty weird.
Oh my god.
No, it caught my eye for sure. It's worth looking up.
Can you imagine legitimately any actual player on the Dallas Stars being like, yeah, we gotta wear these blackout jerseys tonight. Black lights all over.
Maybe.
No.
What if they turn the lights off on the ice and just do black lights?
That's
going to go. New revolution of ice hockey.
I don't like it.
No, I don't either.
Looks so bad.
Yeah. They got to intimidate the...
we'll get this out there on the socials. We'll post a picture of it and take a poll of everybody.
There we go. Moving on. So as I was beginning to say, a long build up into a transition into just talking about more football. We're seeing some sports phasing out. Of course, we'll talk about what's happening for the next season, and of course, as the news comes about. But let's keep it on the gridiron right now. Eric, looking at the standings real quick, and we'll actually focus on this on the Lightning standings, but I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teams in all of the NFL that have only one win, or no wins at all. And
somehow miraculously my Cowboys aren't in that group after we trashed them.
Right. Well, they will.
This episode.
They're awfully close. But the Jets are the only team that are winless still. And you could put football team, Cowboys, Eagles also in there. I mean, that's awful. They all have 2 or fewer wins.
Yeah, the NFC East is awful.
So you might be saying, where are you going with this? What's going on? These teams could use some help, arguably. Yeah?
Yeah.
Some probably at the quarterback position.
Yeah.
The question I want to pose to you...
I don't know. I mean, I got to fully take a look. But yeah, I would say at least half probably have a need for it. I mean, like Cincinnati doesn't.
Good point.
Houston doesn't. Jacksonville probably does.
Okay, look at some of the 2-win teams as well. The Broncos have had now year over year...
I think they're fine with Locke.
Struggles.
I'm not worried about them.
Okay.
Chargers definitely not.
We're talking about quarterbacks here, and I want to just debate over, should a team take serious consideration on someone like Colin Kaepernick?
It's a tough question, man.
Especially with the way we're seeing...
Yeah, I mean, it's...
okay.
it's a long, in-depth question. Should they be taking a look? If he stayed in shape, this I have no idea. But if he stayed in shape, they should be taking a look and inviting him out. Now, the history between Colin Kaepernick and the NFL is obviously, as everybody knows, not great. Roger Goodell had to backtrack. I think it was this year where he's like,
there was a public statement made.
But that's not going to change the owners' minds, I don't believe. And then we had the whole thing last year where, he was invited to do a workout, and then things got changed, and they were playing a game of, whose chicken is bigger, and, no one enjoyed that. It was just a dog and pony show.
So maybe is this something then that will just fade into the ether? Is Kaepernick just not a name anymore, or will he even be remembered as for what he did on and off the field?
No, he will not be remembered for what he did leading the Niners to a Super Bowl. One, because they didn't win it.
Yeah.
But two, because he was, he was a catalyst for a social media movement, or a social justice movement, excuse me. And really, really pushing that to the forefront and starting conversation, to have a better hold on what's happening in the country. So, that's how he's going to be remembered. Now, should he get a legitimate shot? I mean, he should be invited to camp if he's in shape. There are plenty of backup quarterbacks that are just not that good, at least from the last time we saw Kaepernick. But the NFL changes a lot, and it changes very quick. So,
and I think we've seen that this year in particular.
Well, I mean, even if you look at those bottom feeder teams, I mean, do the Jets really want to win? I mean, I almost like looking at the Jets. They have been a dumpster fire for years on years on years. They hire Adam Gase, who has got to be one of the worst coaches in modern NFL history, and somehow he continues to get jobs off the coattails of Peyton Manning being, Peyton Manning when he was in Denver. And Adam Gase is just awful. He's so bad. He's such a bad coach. He's supposed to be this great quarterback whisperer, but has destroyed everybody. And everybody that leaves him is now, amazing. Let's just take Ryan Tannehill, who is, statistically speaking, as good, if not better, than Patrick Mahomes and Russell Wilson in the last 18 games. Fact. But couldn't do that under Adam Gase.
No.
Just saying.
Okay. But I think that's a really good point.
Are they going to bring Kaepernick in? No. They probably would prefer to take their chances in the draft and get someone young, get someone cheap, someone like Trevor Lawrence. If you're the Jets, you're pinged up to be the number one pick. So.
The cost analysis is a good point to bring up as well. Is it something that we should just face fact, and is it something that we would be moving past then?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see him signing with a team for many, many, many reasons. The biggest one is that he's just been out of the NFL for so long. That doesn't mean he couldn't learn and adapt to a system that fit him. But as a starter, I don't see it. I could see him maybe as a Taysom Hill kind of guy on an offense if he were to actually get signed. So, he could kind of do something like Taysom Hill in New Orleans, potentially.
Well, there you go. I think it's a good topic, and especially I always think about this stuff like, well, who was a prominent player in years past, and like really not such a long time ago. You're seeing older athletes as well have such success. Whenever you see so many teams struggle, which is going to happen in the NFL, you always have a bunch of laggards because the math just has to be there. You're going to have a 1-6 Jacksonville and a 1-6 Houston. It's going to happen. But what can they do to help themselves now? Or are teams really taking the position to say it's already a throwaway year? Let's see what we can do for next season.
Yeah, I mean, I think if they are, I think I could see Kaepernick signing more with a contender or at least middle of the road, because they need some additional help, not necessarily as a starter.
I'd like to see him in Dallas.
That's where his benefit is. There's no way he's going to sign in Dallas.
I'd like to see it,
because as soon as Dalton comes back, they're going to put him back in there.
I don't think he's going to want to come back.
Huh? Sign a contract, so
okay. If you want to get paid.
COVID opt-out's already long gone.
And with that said,